On to the Wii games, and I fortunately was able to cut the monstrosity of amount of Wii games I have in half, and I've basically mixed it up. I have 12 games here that I consider launch/shovelware titles. Basically stuff that was made to count specifically to work with the Wii. Whereas I have 12 other games that were made in spite of the Wii. That were very good despite the Wii's things. And of course MLP Power Pros is there because I didn't want to talk about MLP Power Pros twice for like 4 consecutive minutes. So we're not going to be doing that. Instead, we're going to take a look at these 12 games and then in another part, the next 12. And we're going to start with the one that started them all, Wii Sports. For those of you blessed without the knowledge of the Nintendo Wii, I will fill you in. The Nintendo Wii was a video game system that was focused, supposedly to focus on you actually doing movement. Instead of you just sitting there on your rear end with a GameCube controller playing Star Fox, now you were going to be involved. Actually swinging the Wii remote like a tennis racket, or a baseball bat, or a golf club. Or using it like boxing. And also bowling. These were the 5 games that were included in Wii Sports. Baseball, bowling, boxing, golf, and tennis. The only ones that were ever really worth it were bowling and tennis. I'd say golf was somewhere up there. Boxing almost never worked, and baseball took too damn long. Also, there were a lot of bullshit moments. You could not control the fielders, and you could hit the ball right on the money and it would go right to a fielder. Yeah, it's basically like, it seems like it was predetermined every time. Long story short, Wii U was a good start, but definitely not worth being called the highest selling video game of all time, which hopefully Minecraft is beaten. On to the next bit of shovelware. We have Wii Ski and Snowboard in another one of these reusable DVD discs. Wii Ski and Snowboard, if you will recall, when I did my Elgato test several years ago, Wii Ski and Snowboard was the game I chose to play for the Wii. I could have picked any of the games that I had, because I had most of these at that time. But, nevertheless, I chose Wii Ski and Snowboard because this is one of the few shovelware games I do enjoy. Basically, you create your own avatar and you go skiing. With the Wii motion controls. Whether you like that or not is up to you, but it is fun to drive my ski character right off a cliff. Or drive D's skate character right off a cliff. Please don't tell her I said that. She'll beat the shit out of me. Moving on to a game that I really enjoyed as a kid for some strange reason, and a game that has aged about as well as milk. Like soggy, gross, dry milk. I don't know. This is Star Wars The Clone Wars Lightsaber Duels. Basically, you take all the fun of using a lightsaber and you ruin it. That is this game. You get basically like 10 duelists to use. Most and all of them are from the shitty Clone Wars show that everybody loves. That I'll say did get better with age. But the animation was putrid. Ahsoka was absolutely awful. I was really hoping she'd die, but of course, marketing said otherwise. And most of the first few missions of the game surround the Star Wars Clone Wars movie, which is one of the worst things that has ever been created. This game had so much potential, but it's just another failed attempt to try to get a lightsaber game going. Not as bad as the Kinect game, but it's definitely up there. Plus, anytime you have to put up with that, don't even. Also, there's no Yoda in this game. That's disappointing. No Yoda. 0 out of 10. Next up is Summer Sports Paradise Island. This is the ultimate of shovelware games, where basically you just go to an island and you play sports. Gee, why does that sound familiar? This is the ultimate of shovelware games. But I kept it because I like mini golf. But nobody plays croquet. Screw croquet. Do they even show anyone playing croquet? No. So why even bother adding croquet? Does this guy look like a guy that plays croquet? Or does this lady? Ah, she looks creepy. Never mind. Screw her. Oh, God, everybody looks creepy on here. No! Get away from me. Oh, thank God. The friendly confines of the mouse. Oh, thank goodness. Disney's Think Fast, the ultimate trivia showdown, is a trivia game that is, well, Disney-fied. The Genie is your host, as many of you would know, because I Let's Played this game. It was one of my contingency plans, in case, you know, my Let's Playing didn't work out. And it didn't work out because... do I even have time to get into it? I don't even want to get into it right now. Better with multiple players, but it is possible to play as a single player. In fact, being a single player is the only way you can unlock everything. Unfortunately, in order to unlock it for every person, you have to play story mode as every single person, or single player as every single person. But hey, what you gonna do? I might dip my toe back into this. I've had this game since about 2009. And it's a fun little time waster if you don't have any time to... If you have time to spare. Give it a look if you're a Disney fan. You Draw Studio. The shoveliest of shovelware. I got this because I was really into drawing for a while. In fact, so much so that I was taking college-level drawing classes in high school. Why did I stop? That will take way too much therapy to be able to explain. But basically, you use your drawing pad, which I don't even think I have anymore, to draw anything you want. Basically, nowadays, all I can draw is a smiley face stick figure, like one of those brewstew.com stick figures. That's basically the best you'll ever get from me again. I'm better at Photoshop anyway. But, like I said, if you're into drawing and you want to get started, but you don't want to pay for one of those drawing tablets, this is a pretty decent place to start. Just know that you're not going to have as much space as you would on a drawing tablet. Back to more shovelware. Wii Sports Resort. The only reason we bought this was because of the frickin' sword fighting. Or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know. Basically, this is an expanded version of Wii Sports where you have cycling, paragliding, frisbee throwing, waveboarding, and wouldn't you know it, more golf and tennis. Well, not tennis, more ping pong, but whatever. We bought this specifically for the sword fights that were on here. Because my dad and I wanted to beat the shit out of each other a lot. Actually, me and my sister did too, but that's besides the point. I was the best because I am a Gem-So-style duelist all my life. Good game. Could definitely use some work. Speaking of games that could use some work, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games for Vancouver in 2010. Kind of disappointing considering we will not get an Olympics this year and we'll have to wait till 2021. But, well, we didn't get Olympics since it's supposed to be in the summer in Tokyo. But hey, what you gonna do? Most of the Olympic events that take place in the Olympics take place in this game. Mario and Sonic style. Mario's fine. Don't like you. Have never liked you. Will never like you. Moving on. It's fun. Especially fun to play hockey and beat the crap out of Sonic the Hedgehog characters. I have a lot of rage, don't I? Oh well. Next game. Mario Power Tennis. Which was originally released for the GameCube, but remastered with, well, Wii control. So instead of actually hitting the ball with a button, you now actually have to swing your friggin' Wii remote like a racket. And then you have to use the friggin' nunchuck to activate specials and actually move around. Which is dumb. If you were just gonna change up everything, you might as well have just made running automatic, like you did for Wii Sports, but whatever. I was recently playing this game, and I won a couple of tournaments as Yoshi and Wario. And I can play this again. It's definitely fun. Or I definitely like to play this again. It's definitely fun. I may talk smack about it, but I just talk smack about the Wii in general. Obviously, I enjoy the Wii since I have like 29 freaking Wii titles. That number is not exactly accurate. Dragon Ball, Revenge of King Piccolo. This is one of those rare Dragon Ball games that is not Z. Because a lot of Dragon Ball games focus primarily on the Z arcs. Basically from Raditz to Boo. This one doesn't. This one focuses on young Goku and the adventures that he takes himself on. They include basically most of the original Dragon Ball, which includes Tao Pai Pai, the Native American girl, Master Roshi, Chibi Goku, Chibi Krillin, Android 8, and of course King Piccolo himself. In fact, from the last time I checked, I'm not even sure that I'm not even sure that fully grown Goku and Piccolo make their appearances in this game. I think it's just a standard fighting game with just the original Dragon Ball characters, which is unique since I have so many Dragon Ball Z character fighting games that it's weird. I like it though. We'll definitely give it a playthrough at some point. This I'm not looking forward nearly as much to. This is Mario Party 8. A game that has not aged well in the slightest. It was originally supposed to be one of the last titles released for the GameCube, but was pushed up to the Wii as a launch title. And it shows. My lord, does it show. So many pointless motion mechanics. This game could have been done with GameCube controllers, but they just wouldn't let us do it. It would have been better with GameCube controllers, too. I don't like this game, guys. I really don't. It's not as bad as 9, but after having replayed it, and I just did the a couple weeks ago, I just did the pirate board where it's sort of like Pagoda Peak in Mario Party 7, and you go all the way to the end to get a star. I did not like this game at all. On to a more of a lighter note, we've got MLB Power Pros. What can I say about MLB Power Pros that I haven't already said? It's got fluid controls. It's got really adorable little sprites of characters. Comical facial expressions and hairstyles. And you can be like friggin' amazing. The only thing I'll say that there are major flaws in this franchise. For example, you can't go through the games and like boost your character's abilities that easily. Like, I went through a run in season mode where you have to play through 10 seasons and then you're forced to retire for some weird reason. You play through 10 seasons, you're forced to retire after that, and in that time, hardly any of my players got better. And considering this game has like a really harsh cutoff date in terms of like players and how they're built and developed, like, it's just weird, not gonna lie. I keep going into this. It's definitely a good game. It's got Mike Piazza in it, so it's definitely a plus in my books. That is part 1 of the Wiis. Stay tuned for part 2. Stay classy. And drink Owens. What the hell's an Owens juice? Drink Owens juice, guys. Drink Owens juice.